selling the contact and then breaking away is Stevenson. Ramondre Stevenson is forced out of bounds by
The NFL bucks the trend in Week 8 with a ton of touchdowns and scoring, some great action. We've got some new faces on the top 10 most hyped index to look at, plus some returning faces. Let's look at those biggest risers and biggest takeaways from Week 8, including all my eBay reactions. Let's dig in. Returning once again to the top 10 most hyped player post Week 8, we're going to start it off with a familiar face in Stefon Diggs from the Buffalo Bills, now knocking off the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football. He goes 6 receptions for 108 yards and a touchdown, plus the win. He talks the talk, he walks the walk, he's talking trash before the game, but he went on the field and executed 18 yards per reception, long of 53 yards. You can see his base Prism PSA 10 with a fairly low pop here, up to $135. I've even seen buy now transactions at $150, and this beautiful Stefon Diggs National Treasures Silver RPA at $25, going for several $100s. You can see the graded cards that are going up the most for Stefon Diggs right now. An orange refractor that is up to $122.50, PSA 10. Topps Chrome Refractor, PSA 10, $135 trend. Topps Finest X-Fractor, $80 trend. Topps products very popular for 2015 and prior rookies. Now, real quick, if you're new here, welcome to the Football Card Quest. My name is Andy. You guys can unlock the entire football card experience, including all the spreadsheets and weekly rankings, the Football Card Quest web app that you see me use in this video to compare and look up historical price trends on graded football cards, plus Discord, monthly giveaways, weekly articles, the whole 9 yards. Check it out in the description below. Back to the action. But of course, we can't have Stefon Diggs at the number 1 spot without talking about Josh Allen, his incredible MVP leading quarterback, currently the Vegas odds-on favorite for the MVP this year. Plus, they're the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl. Gets the win here, but he doesn't really exceed expectations. In fact, they lean quite a lot on their run game and their supporting cast and their defense in this game. Josh Allen only went 13 for 25, only 218 yards, 2 touchdowns, threw 2 interceptions, took 2 sacks, overall 75.1 QBR, went 6 for 49 on the ground, but it doesn't matter. This guy's rookie cards are just incredibly expensive right now. You could look at this Prism plain patch, not from any specific game or event, sold today, Monday, October 31st, for $99 in a buy it now, or a base Donruss from a startup, no-name grading company here, going for $190 in a buy it now. And here's a fun comparison chart I always love to do. It's between Josh Allen's 2018 Optic PSA 10 with a population of 1,490 and that of Mahomes with 3,604 PSA 10s. And you can see where they've kind of been going back and forth. This was a confirmed transaction of $1,300 for Allen, $1,200 for Mahomes. But since then, Josh Allen's has kind of come back down to a norm about $600, and they had that bye week, so that definitely, I noticed, had an effect on the prices. But you can see it's holding steady about $630, $615, $600 here, with Mahomes about $880. That was an autograph, aftermarket event autograph card that I ruled out. Overall, still seeing a significant increase in the resale value of Josh Allen's base graded cards, even that of a score at the college uniform, but does have that RC shield with the PSA 10, still up 8% right now with the current trend of $125. That just goes to show you how close Josh Allen is getting to the level of Patrick Mahomes. I know everybody wants to talk about this one because the New England Patriots get a win 22-17 over the New York Jets. Was not exactly a showcase though for the 2021 quarterback draft class. Patriots quarterback Mac Jones was intercepted once and threw an ugly pick six that was erased by a roughing the passer penalty. He finished the game 24 of 35 for 194 yards with a touchdown and that interception. The interception actually counted on the other side. Jets quarterback Zach Wilson went 20 of 41 for 355 yards with 2 touchdowns, but he also threw 3 ugly interceptions. It was unclear if Wilson was trying to throw the ball out of bounds or target heavily covered pass catchers on 2 of those 3 picks, which leads to the number 3 most hyped player coming out of week 8, and that is Ramondre Stevenson, Patriots running back. He served as nearly half of New England's offense with 23 touches that he took for 143 yards from scrimmage. The Patriots only had 288 total net yards on offense. He ran for 71 yards on 16 carries, but was credited with 81 yards after contact. He caught 7 passes on 7 targets for 72 yards, and 65 of those came after the catch. He forced 5 total missed tackles in the game. Ramondre Stevenson, rookie card stock up. You can see the 2021 Prism, purple, no huddle disco, numbered out of 35 here, selling for 70. Or what about this beautiful red wave sticker autograph Prism, numbered out of 149, selling for $100 in a buy it now. And that's just scratching the surface on his sold transaction. You can see people are dropping several $100s on one-of-one Spectra here. And if you were to count up the total number of transactions, there was somewhere in the low thousands between yesterday and today. All right, after 2 straight dud performances on offense, the Detroit Lions were once again involved in a shootout here against the Miami Dolphins. But once again, they came out on the wrong side of it. Miami's 2-headed receiving monster cooked today as both Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle went for over 100 yards in the Dolphins' 31-27 win. This game had quite the fireworks and is leading to the number 4 most hyped player, who's a familiar face on this list this year. After a rocky first start back from a scary head injury, Tua may very well have had the best game of his career. He finished 29 of 36 for 382 yards and 3 scores. He was under pressure on only 6 snaps, but was particularly impressive as he went 2 of 3 for 50 yards and added an 18-yard scramble on his pressure dropbacks. Jalen Waddle went 8 for 106 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Tyreek Hill went 12 receptions for 188 yards. And you can see this reflected in the hundreds, the low thousands amount of sold transactions between buy now and auctions for 2021 Jalen Waddle rookie cards, including this wild card Matt out of 25 right here for $45 in that Alabama uniform. Or what about this Pulsar, green Pulsar out of 15 rookie ticket auto PSA 10, selling for over $1,000 in buy it now. And because of this impressive performance, Tua's stock is also trending back up, with a positive trend in his base Prism PSA 10 now up to $87. Positive trend here in his optic of up to $76. And I was also able to count several hundred 2020 Tua rookie card sold transactions in the past 24 hours, including cards like this negative PSA 10 here for $80, the Mosaics, the Illusions, the Clearly Donruss, the Luminance with the college uniform. Number 5 is another familiar face in Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, the only undefeated team left in the NFL. Now 7-0, they poured it on early and often in a 35-13 Week 8 win over the Pittsburgh Steelers that was decided long before the final whistle. The Eagles ran for over 100 yards on the ground and passed for over 300 yards through the air. That's about as complete as an offensive performance as you'll see in the NFL. And this man has an absurd amount of eBay sold volume for his 2020 rookie cards, including a perfect example here of a base black Prism PSA 10 for $160. What about this 2020 Donruss Optic Kings Auto Gold number 2 out of 10 for $1,500, or an Optic Rookie Ticket Red out of $199 for $900. If we look at the trend for Jalen Hurts graded football card market, pretty significant trend up for certain cards like the Prism Negative or the Prism Emergent or the Select Turbocharged. What about the Optic on-card auto with a 44% change with a buy it now of $1,900 over the previous buy it now of $743 on Monday, October 17th. Fly, Eagles fly, baby. If you had Hurts yesterday on your roster, you hope that you had him stacked with A.J. Brown, because this guy went off right here with a hat trick, earning the number 6 most hyped player award for post week 8. And this is why the Eagles traded a first round pick for A.J. Brown. He racked up 6 catches for 156 yards and 3 tutties. And a good number of those weren't getting caught unless the receiver's name was A.J. Brown. And you can see the sold volume, like this beautiful blue field level silver out of 99 for almost $50 in auction, or this impeccable out of 10 elegance rookie helmet logo BGS 8.5 with the auto going for 170. AJ Brown stock up, and he had a few quiet weeks, so you saw some buy now transactions like this Prism Silver 2019, buy it now for $30. But there was a significant amount of volume, well over in the triple digits. Like this Chronicles Crown Royal Nike auto patch out of 2 for $275. Total sales in the past 30 days, the most popular graded card is the 2019 Prism with a positive trend of 9%, now up to about $41.25. Followed by that Select Premier, the base Optic, the Illusions retail there, probably because of how cheap that is. People trying to get in on that A.J. Brown market.
Got the Batman cape, swole Batman needs to score.
All right, now we got to talk about the Dallas Cowboys because their offense got everything they wanted against the Chicago Bears in a 49-29 fireworks of a victory that took the Cowboys to 6-2 on the season. Dallas led all teams in the early window yesterday in average yards per play and expected points added, EPA per play, and they showed no signs of missing Ezekiel Elliott on the ground as they racked up 131 rushing yards on only 14 Tony Pollard carries. The Cowboys have the look of one of the top challengers in an up-for-grabs NFC. That brings us to the number 7 most hyped player post Week 8. It's Tony freaking Pollard. He touched the ball just 15 times despite Ezekiel Elliott's absence and Dallas playing from the lead throughout, and he made every single one of those touches count. 6.3 yards per carry on the season, which ranks first among running backs with at least 50 carries, and 4 of his 14 carries in this game against Chicago went for at least 10 yards, and he forced 5 missed tackles on the ground. Few running backs in the NFL have been more efficient than Tony Pollard over the last 3+ years, and that's why I've always beat the drum for him and continue to buy and invest in his cards. Look at this elite horizontally formatted black ink on card pin pal sold for $40. Or what about this freshman fabrics from Certified in an auction last night out of $4.99? Dual colored non-game worn patch here closed for $71 in auction. And that's just scratching the surface on the 2019 Tony Pollard rookie sold volume from yesterday to today. I don't think his rookie card values will ever be the same. Finally, after this monster breakout performance yesterday of roughly 36 fantasy points, absolutely incredible. Combined with that market size and everything, the Tennessee Titans rode the legs of Derrick Henry to hold off the Houston Texans 17-10 and win their 5th consecutive game of the season. You had no Ryan Tannehill in this game, so you got a rookie spotlight. In his first NFL start, Malik Willis was more of a footnote to the Titans' offensive success, thanks to Derrick Henry. The rookie signal caller registered only a 33.8 passing grade on just 10 passing attempts and finished with a 50.2 rushing grade on 6 such attempts. They leaned heavily on Derrick Henry and their defense, which leads to number 8 most hyped player this week, and that is King Henry. He racked up 190 yards after contact, showcasing his bruising rushing style. Derrick Henry finished with a pending 86 PFF rushing grade on 32 carries, including 11 first down runs, 219 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And I love to look at his sold volume from 2016 because you can see the base Donruss PSA 10 here selling for $100 in a buy it now transaction today. Or what about the red, white, and blue Prism from yesterday, the Disco PSA 9 selling for $220 buy it now. And I'm continuously amazed at the sold resale value of the Derrick Henry rookie cards, including things like his rookie ticket auto going for $200 as a 27.5-year-old running back. And I love to do this comparison chart right here between the base Donruss PSA 10 with a population of 568 for Derrick Henry and that of Dak Prescott, a population of 1,477 base Donruss PSA 10. And look how the Derrick Henry routinely sells for more than the quarterback of the largest market in the NFL. And I know Dak has been injured and he's back and starting to get back into form and everything like that, but it just goes to show you that running backs do have a lot of relevance in the NFL. And right now, that Derrick Henry with a trend of 85 compared to the Dak of a trend of 63. Let's go, King Henry. I want to hear from you guys. A lot of you I know are primarily focused on investing in quarterbacks, but with all of this running back success that we've had this season, I want to know if any of you guys have transitioned to more of a running back investor, as a lot of these guys have broken out. They've been generating a ton of demand and hype for their cards, and the sold volume on eBay speaks for itself. So let me know in the comment section below. Back to the action. Ladies and gentlemen, the Seattle Seahawks continued their strong first half of the 2022 season with a 27-13 victory in Week 8 over the New York Giants, who came in this game 6-1. The win sends the Seahawks to a 5-3 record and gives them sole possession of first place in the NFC West. That's a division with the Rams and the 49ers and the Cardinals. That's right. And therefore, this week's number 9 most hyped player is Geno Smith. It's Geno's world and we're just living in it. He has 4 big-time throws in this game, led to an 80-plus passing grade on first review. The veteran signal caller finished with 2 passing touchdowns and a 104.2 passer rating, continuing his incredibly efficient 2022 campaign. And look at this 2013 Geno Smith National Treasure triple patch, numbered out of 25 here, selling for $70. That's non-game worn, non-autographed rookie card, $70 there. The hype is starting to pick up for Geno. What about this Topps Chrome Sepia refractor, numbered out of 99 here, non-autographed as well, selling for $45 in a buy it now. You're starting to see these increased transactions, increased resale values, and that's because the supply is continuing to dwindle and disappear for that of Geno Smith. And you can see on a daily basis, there are a ton of Geno Smith transactions going down, guys. The 2013 rookie product only has so much availability. His rookie ticket auto is still going for about $50. Number 10, sticking with the NFC West with the hat trick or the triple crown. On the back of Christian McCaffrey, the San Francisco 49ers snapped a 2-game skid with a commanding 31-14 win over the defending champion Los Angeles Rams. San Francisco improves to 4-4 on the season, while the LA Rams need to figure things out quickly at 3-4, now trailing big time behind the 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Christian McCaffrey, though, he hit the triple crown in this game, guys. In just his second game as a 49er, he scores a rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and even had a passing touchdown, a beautiful throw to Brandon Ayuk against the Rams. He became the first player to have all 3 since Hall of Famer LaDainian Tomlinson in 2005. This is creating a tremendous amount of hype for the San Francisco 49er fans and card investors alike that want to get them some exposure to Christian McCaffrey, who has been the RB1 more years than not since his rookie year of 2017. Look at this 2017 rookie Blue Wave Prism autographed out of 149 PSA 9, selling for $300 in a buy it now, or just his base optic rated rookie PSA 10 going for $110. And once again, guys, that's just scratching the surface on the Christian McCaffrey sold volume. It's getting pretty high, like this flawless 5 out of 20 autograph PSA 9 going for $400, or another card like this certified freshman fabrics here, blue 1 out of 50 BGS 9.5 for $400. Look at this aftermarket event signed autograph rated rookie here, $270. All of his graded card market are up across the board. His most popular, of course, that 2017 iconic prism comes silver out of the box there for rookies. That's got a current trend of $153, up 30%. You can see the optic, the base Donruss, the optic hollow, the Optic Pink Prism. There's your most popular cards from 2017. If you're looking to invest or collect 2017, you want it to be the most liquid. You want to be able to get in and out of the market easily. You want to stick with that Prism or that Optic. Those are money in the bag. Other major takeaways and learning lessons. Guys, it took somewhat of a miracle, but the Commanders scraped their way back to a 500 record with a 17-16 win over the Colts this week. This was Sam Ehlinger's NFL debut. He didn't actually look too bad. He didn't make any major mistakes, minus the one fumble he did lose on a rushing play. But Jonathan Taylor also got banged up again in this game. And it was notable that Colts receiver Alec Pierce, the rookie, he led this team in receiving yards with 65. He caught all 3 of his catchable targets, moved the chains twice, and averaged 21.7 yards per reception on the day. His RC stock is up, but this was a homecoming game for Terry McLaurin on the other side, being an Indianapolis native, and he capped off a 100-yard day with a magical 33-yard contested catch to set his team up for the game-winning score. It was a very closely contested matchup here. Terry McLaurin's RC stock is up. Of course, you always want to invest in great athletes regardless of the team situation. That is a winning formula, just like Terry McLaurin. I sold a nice lot of Terry McLaurin cards, mailed out this morning, plus sold a nice autographed Terry McLaurin card last week. Travis Etienne dominates in London, even though the Jacksonville Jaguars lost in another close matchup to the Denver Broncos. Trevor Lawrence, I told you guys to sell him last week. This week, his stock is going to be down even more after 2 interceptions against the Denver Broncos. They squeak out the win, but Travis Etienne dominated playing time a week ago. The trend continued this week after they traded James Robinson to the Jets. Etienne's RC stock is up. On the other side, the rookie tight end, Greg Dulcich, his stock is up. Dulcich? I don't know. You guys tell me how to pronounce his name. He led the team in receiving yards, believe it or not, with 87. And, I mean, he's been the clear tight end in 11 personnel. His percentage of snaps outside of 11 personnel has also increased each week. When he's off the field, there's a high chance the Broncos are running the ball. He had a 19.7% target rate heading into the week. That was 14th best for tight ends. That mark went down yesterday, but they were facing a Jags defense that allowed the 6th fewest fantasy points per game to tight ends this season. Big takeaway there. Greg Dulcich's rookie stock is up. Elijah Moore, benched, guys. His stock is down. He was the 5th wide receiver on the Jets depth chart after missing a week following his trade request, came back to practice, disgruntled, doesn't understand why he's not being targeted, this and that. He's on their rookie contract. This is only his 2nd year. He was benched in this game. Denzel Mims ended up almost putting up 100 yards in this game. Garrett Wilson had a great game. His rookie card stock is up. Denzel Mims, maybe he's having a little bit of demand. Sell high on that hype because that guy's just a lazy dud. Total bust. Also, sell high on Kyle Pitts. Initial reaction. Pitts caught 5 passes for 80 yards and finally another touchdown in a crazy overtime loss or overtime win here by the Falcons. So the Panthers lost that game. I was thinking the Panthers should have won that game after that miracle PJ Walker bomb to DJ Moore at the end of the game and Eddie Pinheiro missing 2 kicks. 2 kicks. Are you kidding me, Falcons? Come on, man. Or Carolina, sell on the touchdown hype for Kyle Pitts. Happy Halloween, Quest fam. I'll catch you guys live tomorrow night. Enjoy your trick-or-treating tonight, the festivities with the family and friends. I'll see you in that next one. Peace. Peace, 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 peace.